Hello, everybody. Welcome. Sorry, I forgot to change the date on the thing to let you know that I was going to stream. But hey, I'm here in my new office. It's not set up yet, but hey, it's here.
It already looks nice.
Thank you. Kat is it with me here today. Jayce will not be able to join us. He had some family things going on. So be thinking about him. But so we're here. It will not say like this. I love my office. I love that I have an office. I can actually say I have an office, but it feels weird. I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna try to stream on Twitch on Wednesday, and I had everything set up, but then I just didn't end up getting home till like 10 o'clock, so it didn't happen.
Amber, can you see me?
Yeah, you're freezing a little bit, but I can see you.
They can't, apparently.
I don't know.
Yeah, if I go to YouTube, I'm not there. I'm just a black screen.
Could it be because you're frozen?
And the thing is, I'm moving. Like, I can see myself moving and everything. It's probably my internet being weird. What internet am I on? That is the real question.
Well, it's not saying I'm having internet issues, so...
The thing is, it's not telling me that either, but sometimes when I'm on... Because my router has 2 internets. So depending on which one I'm on...
I think that was part of the problem at the other house.
What the hell? Why?
So Megan back from a sleep study last night, so I'm a bit tired, but I'm ready to get some stuff done. I know, like, I hate sleep studies because you're so hooked up to everything, you really don't get sleep. So I don't know how they're supposed to test you because you have all these wires all over you, and then sometimes you have, like, the brain cap thingy. Yes, yay for home offices. I've never had one that was just an office without a bed in it. You're moving now. I don't know if they can see you, but I can see you moving.
Nope, I'm still not moving. Oh, wait. Now I am. I had to go to YouTube. I looked at YouTube and I was like, am I there yet?
Yeah. So I got my deadhead moth. I love this thing because it's like got the same browns as the walls. And then bookcases, I got 3, these 2 and one over here that I got all 3 for $60 versus each one being $30 each. So it saved a little bit of money. And then eventually I have wallpaper. Each paycheck I'm going to get some sticky tack wallpaper that's like not supposed to mess with these walls. And wallpaper, at least my area, so it's darker because of this window. But yeah, so there are things in the works. I got my computer over here, my printer, which doesn't have a power cord because I can't find it. File cabinet. This is my recording lights and things set up. But yeah, we moved my old desk from the other house yesterday, and so this desk has no drawers, so I've got to figure out something to put all that in and put the rest of my lights up for my Wednesday stream. But
well, one day I will do the Twitch things for you.
You're fine. I can't even get the normal stuff done in time. So yeah, we have you. They say it's great. My husband calls it my hidey hole. I love that. Yeah. I just wish I could paint. These are like the regular double wide paper walls. Vinyl paper. I don't know what to call them. I wish I could paint them.
Technically you can. You just require a lot of base coat.
No, they make paint that's specifically for mobile homes. It's only like $5 cheaper a can. It's not actually that much, but it's just a matter of like, I put in $1,000 deposit.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't feel like losing that.
Yeah, don't do the painting then.
I would yeah. That's what I'm just gonna do, the sticky tack wallpaper. That like there's a girl on TikTok that apparently does nothing but reviews sticky tack and temporary fixes for renters and like test and see how good and bad they are. So I used her advice and got one that's supposed to be okay. Yeah, I have sleep apnea bad enough that like yeah, I'm supposed to have the machine, but I don't. It's claustrophobic, and I can't see spending the money to get that thing inside you because my mom's boyfriend has one, and half the time it don't want to work. So I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, I got my pacemaker in me. I'm good. Like, no. So, yes, definitely save and back up to work. Yeah, I'm excited. You can tape all the necessary cords to the appliance. Yeah. My thing is this printer has been sitting just without doing anything for 3 years in my camper. So at what point the cord moved or I had to use it for something else, I don't know because it's a generic power cord. But so I've got to order another one. It's not one I can.
I'm pretty sure I have a random extra power cord. I'm like, where did this come from? Like, I can use it on both the desktop computer and the monitor.
Yeah, it's one of those. The ones that kind of look like a house.
Where does it go? Why do I have an extra one? Where did it come from?
Maybe it ran from my house and went to yours.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's the one I need. But I just haven't had time to go somewhere because this weekend was already busy, and then my water line decided to pop out, and so that took an extra 4 hours to take care of yesterday. It was like I told my mom, I was like, they better be glad we know how to fix stuff because if I had to call them, they'd really piss me off because it's a weekend. So like, they wouldn't have come and fixed it. We've been without water till the week, and then I'd have to take off more hours, and that would mean getting to work an extra hour for another week straight. Like, I ain't all about that. Like, just went to Home Depot, got some cement, cut the bitch straight, and popped it back in. Let's see. They were like, if you stop breathing 10 times, we'll hook you up to the machine. And 2 hours later, I was learning how to breathe with that stupid thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much how mine went. I don't agree with you. I tried for like a month and a half, and I toss and turn too much. So mine would actually get like tangled up in my neck, and I can't have anything touching my neck or even my hair. And so it just feeling it like I watched my uncle do his. He wears his and he sleeps on his back. And it hurts me to sleep on my back because I have a bad back. So like it's just a whole bunch of nope for me. Oh, I love these. So my desk came with some, and then I have some that I had at the old house, and they peeled off because my bedroom wasn't painted at all. And so it peeled off the paper from the sheetrock. So I've got these little hook things that I've got to put on them before I can stick them on this desk. Yeah. That's interesting. Hi, Spence. Oh, goodness. So, yeah. But, yeah, it's been a crazy freaking week and weekend. Like, insane. Like I said, my boss quitting Monday was crazy, which made the whole week crazy because then our big boss was in. She wasn't supposed to be, so she was flustered, trying to figure out what everybody's roles were anymore. And then this weekend, the pipe, like, it didn't burst, thank God. That would have taken a whole lot more to fix. But, like, yeah, having to clean up all the water and wash the towels after fixing the pipe. And it's been a weekend. And it ain't over because today I had to drive to almost downtown Houston to take Kira once I pick her up from a sleepover after this. So, yeah, I pick her up at 1:30. And then we have to drive to downtown Houston at 3 because she has a practice at 4. or a tryout or whatever from 4 to 6, just for us to get home by 7 for me to try to cook dinner. And she just told me about this yesterday. So hopefully I'll get back on the writing train soon. All right. What are you working on today?
I have no idea.
You gonna keep playing Sims, or are you gonna actually get some work done?
I closed Sims because I needed to check what internet I was on. Because it tells me on this monitor, not this monitor. And I had Sims on this one. I was like, Rude. My Sims are multi-millionaires at this point. I did one of the challenges.
Huh?
I did one of the Sims challenges, and I was like, I'm just going to keep playing this file. And I'm like, wow, that's a lot of... They don't need that much money. Do with it.
It's kind of cool right now. Like, I don't have my laptop on, like, the second L shape of the desk because I can't find my keyboard. It's somewhere still in a tote at the other house. So since I can't use it yet for that, to, like, edit my videos and stuff, I think I'm just going to use it as a desk and keep outlining my original book 1, Unknown Revenge, so that I can figure out how to rewrite it. Because I've got a little bit of headache, so I don't want to have to try to work on my cookie. I need to get back working on that, but I think once I get done outlining this book, I'm going to do that. I really, really want to get back into writing this. We're going into the end of month 2 almost, and I haven't written a damn thing or edited a damn thing.
I should edit. I should, because my grandma really wants my book. Because I sent her for her birthday. My aunt wanted to get her my book, but my book's not published yet.
Yeah, I saw that on TikTok.
Yeah, so I sent her a proof copy of my book. So my grandma is the only person with that version of the book besides me. And grandma read it. And she was like, more? She's like, hurry up. I want the second one. I'm like, Grandma, this was not published. Hold on.
Yeah, Carrie, I'll let you know. It should start slowing down for me life-wise here in the next week or so. So I'll email you. I gotta figure out. I don't know how long they take to decide whether she's in. Thank God she has a ride if she does get in, because one of her friends already made it into the last tryout, which was the weekend we moved. So I have to figure that out. But we're just kind of getting into the rhythm of life here. I can't walk away when the boyfriend's mad and frustrated and doesn't want to talk. You can't walk away and be like, okay, I'll talk to you later, click, anymore. So, it's a thing. Angels. Yeah. So I should be able to let you know this week or next. Because the 5th is our anniversary and the 6th is her birthday. So that weekend's taken. But hopefully next weekend or the weekend after that. I don't know. I'll let you know. So I still got to get February's that hasn't came out yet edited. That's what I need to work on probably tomorrow night. But all right, let's get this first one going in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How did everyone do? No, I don't have it unmuted. Did y'all hear the boom? Or did you just see the boom? I'm wondering why I did not hear the boom. It's not muted. Weird. Okay, y'all did hear it. As long as y'all heard it, that's fine. I wish I heard the boom. I like the boom. I need a notebook so I can write down your scores. Oh. Just a good thing I just saw one. I got like a page outlined, and then I was like, my head really hurts. I need to find my backup glasses. And while I was searching around in boxes, I found the cord for the printer, but no glasses. I don't know. Okay.
My food arrived like right before the time it went off. It's like, well, I'm on my way to the kitchen.
All the same minutes, so you get an extra point.
Because I haven't eaten yet. Which means I haven't taken my meds yet.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to cook.
I just ate cereal, so I didn't want to take my meds. I was like, oh, I'll get something like more substantial during one of the sprints. So I can take some Tylenol and my meds. But I haven't yet. Yeah, Kat, you're still frozen, FYI.
I give up. I'll show up when I show up.
Let's see. Carrie colored. Megan got some writing done. CB got about 300 words. And I don't know if it came across on y'all's because it came across on mine, and then it said it was having trouble connecting. But I didn't know that there was such a thing as called Knitting and Crochet Month. That's awesome. I might have to like put that into my 2024 because I love to knit and crochet, and hopefully by then like the shit will be set up because I want like writing on the side and my like herbs and witchy stuff, and then I want like art on this side. So that would be really cool. But yeah, like I agree pretty much with everything Megan said. Like that's a good color combo, and it's gonna be nice and bright and cheerful. And awesome that your parents are gonna live in Spain. Like that's.
I'm working on unraveling those.
I wish I could live in Spain. Like that's.
It's a giant no.
You unraveling your blanket?
No.
Or your food?
I'm undoing the knot that is the ball of yarn. Like the entire skein of yarn.
Oh.
Ended up a giant knot. While I was working on my project. So I had to cut it from my project because I couldn't unravel it.
That's
it was just getting messed up.
Hey, you're not frozen anymore. I think it's cool that we have, by the way, an author that also works on like movies and things. Like we get an honest review of how a movie is. Like that's cool. Her company worked on it even if she couldn't. But like I like the fact that we get an honest review on a movie because they've seen it all happening, so they can be like, yeah, it was great, but then they fucked up on this part. Like, yeah. So yeah. Discovered it during the first lockdown. See, I didn't really get a lockdown. I just got a you can't go anywhere. All you can do is work down. Because we were essential. So, yeah. That's pretty much the extent of all of my blankets. They've been for either my kid or friends' kids. So they've been on the smaller side.
I've made several baby blankets. The last 2 I did were infinite granny squares.
Yeah.
And then now I'm working on a granny hexagon cardigan. So I'm going to make myself a sweater.
I don't know. Past beanies, I can't do anything like that. Like the whole seams and things like that. I don't know how people do it.
I'm following a tutorial.
And can I just say, CB, I don't care if it's a holiday house. The fact that they have a house in Spain, like anything outside the US to get away from this craziness half the time, like I'm there for that. Like, can they make it a B&B and I'll go stay in it? Airbnb. I'm okay for that. And that's insane. I don't care where you live. 90? Ours sits at a comfortable between 69 and 73, depending on the weather. Like last Friday night, it was 30. It got down to 32, so it went up to 73. Last night, it only got down to like 45, so it was sitting at 69. And this is a 5-bedroom house, 5-bedroom, 2-bath house. Like that's as high as it needs to go. No, it's good. Like 90s even that's like a spring weather in Texas. God, I'm not okay with that at all. I think it's to the 80s and I'm good.
We have our thermostat, I think it's at like 74. But that's because our living room gets really hot because of our window. So and that's where our thermostat is. So we have to have it really high, otherwise the rest of our apartment is freezing.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons we had to get a fan for Kira, because for whatever reason, her room is like twice as high as the rest of the house, even though every bedroom has one floor vent. Hers isn't like covered. I even took it off. There's no trash or anything in it blocking it. But for whatever reason, her room gets hotter. So we bought a fan. We'll put it in today. Or I guess mom and the boyfriend will put it in today. While I'm shuttling her from here, there, and fucking everywhere. Or either I'll do it tomorrow. It's just whatever. It is. Yeah, I mean, it switches from heat to air, and that's about it. It's 69 to 73. If she says she's hot in her room, we'll turn down to 69. We'll freeze a little bit. We got a thicker blanket. But, yeah. Even though I run cold, 85. That's my perfect temperature outside. 72 in here feels about like 75, 80. That's enough for me. But then I don't know what your temperature is. Yeah. 60, but with a 50-mile-an-hour wind, that's a lot of high wind.
Those winds were rude. They tried to blow me.
Like we had, when it was 75 here Friday, we had like 20-mile-an-hour winds. And that was enough to make my hair like go up like it was standing on ends. I couldn't imagine that 50-mile-an-hour wind. That's crazy. Our thermostat's currently at 64. My toes are cold.
What's off?
Yeah. Ours is on 71. I put it on 71. My toes are just a little chilly, but yeah. I like when it's warmer, but we're trying to save money and no using the heat unless we're desperate. Aw. Yeah, I'm afraid to see what our first bill is going to be. Considering the last people, if you average it out from what I had to pay on the deposit, they spent almost $300 a month on their electric bill. So either the heat cost a lot more or they just had lights on all the time.
And the fridge open and the freezer open.
Yeah.
I never turned anything off.
Yeah, because I mean, my mom's boyfriend.
On my computer, I turn it off.
I don't. I mean, mine's been off since I like put everything together. This is the first time I've turned it on.
It's also not good for a computer to be on all the time. That's
I
probably
because I probably should turn mine off, but mine's weird. Like, even when I do turn it off, even when I do turn mine off at the old house, it would turn itself back on.
That's weird.
So
I used to turn the entire power strip off, but I can't do that anymore. My charger's plugged into it for my phone.
See, it's got a power, like, actual flip switch in the back instead of just the button in the front. So I could make it turn off. But I don't know. We'll see. Now that it's not also my TV, I probably could turn it off. But, like, before, my computer was also my TV. So, like, it was always on.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, they're saying we keep going from hot to cold, hot to cold. Like, it's supposed to be in the 80s all this week to like Thursday. And then it's supposed to drop back to the 60s, which makes the nights 30s. And it's crazy because it's like screwing my sinuses. And I've already got like a 24/7 headache because of my glasses because I can't find my other ones. These are all scratched hell. So, it is what it is, I guess. All right, so let me pick out a second bomb. Do we want the burger bomb or do we want a bomb?
Well, I'm eating a burger.
That's what I was gonna say. You're eating a burger and I'm about ready to go heat mine up. So let's go with the burger bomb. I like it. Come on, get bigger, motherfucker. I want a big burger, not a small burger. There we go. I did not tell you to start. You can stop that right now. All right. Yeah, I think it's what I'm gonna do is get me some actual food instead of just cereal. That'll help my headache so I can take my meds. Yeah. We have one. It's one of those mini ones. So it's about the size of our washer dryer, which I like because I do a lot of vegetables. So that's what my daughter said, but we've only got one so far. So, and I purposely don't get myself ice cream. That way I can't eat it. All right. Let's get this one started in 3, 2, 1, go. So I don't know if you all could see it, but it was splat. I was splat splat.
No, I can't.
That's why I like unmuted it because I was like, I don't know if anybody can hear it because it's like
I
crazy.
heard it, but I couldn't see it.
I know. Okay, so like we're probably gonna have to move it like more central to the house, but like right now it's on the outside of our bedroom because our YouTube TV is like acting weird in the bedroom. I think it's probably gonna have to move back to the middle of the house because it's weird. Like I show full bars on my computer, but then StreamYard's showing me an unstable signal. So I don't know what's going on there. So I just turned the sound on so y'all can hear it, just in case. Maybe and carry. I'll say.
I'm playing Sims again. Are we surprised? No.
All I did this time was eat and get some medicine in me and take my daily meds. And then I wish I had had the camera on because y'all could have alerted me. My dog came and sat in my chair and was staring at the hamburger on the screen. It was like, you want my hamburger that bad, huh? He just saw that as someone that likes. Oh, that was funny. And yeah, hi Eva. It has been a long time. I moved. So I was gone pretty much all of January so far. This is my new office. Not done. I haven't gotten any of my knickknacks or pretties or anything from the other house. Just trying to get like all the big stuff first. And then I have like all the little things packed in the closet still. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it all. But yeah, so that's all I did for this sprint. I wish I had like done more, but considering how much driving I gotta do today, and it's sunny out. I hate life. Why does I have to do things on the weekends?
I'm probably frozen. Probably.
Yeah, you are. You are.
I'm not surprised.
Oh. Jarvis summarized the document for me.
I'm pretty sure I've been frozen this whole time.
There you go. Now you're unfrozen.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not understanding how that whole piracy thing is starting to happen and just screws up authors right now. I don't get that at all. I have been lucky, knock on wood, that it hasn't happened to me. But, yeah. I need to get off my butt and work on that. Hopefully this week. But I don't have my cookie finished, so in my mind, the cookie's not done, so it's okay. I ain't gonna start the newsletter. Which I know is a complete total lie. That telling my brain that it's not always happening. About 300 words again. Yeah, because this is the first time I've used the internet here. He has the Verizon box, or not Verizon, T-Mobile, and it works really good. Like I've had my computer set up at his place before and stuff, and it works really good. I just think it's just a little too far from my office, so I'm gonna have to play around with that, or I'll just get a box specifically for my fucking office. I don't know. Yeah, you're holding your sandwich. So I was like, it's gonna go, cat.
I'm pretty sure I finished that before the sprint finished. I mean, before the sprint started.
Yeah, I think you did because we were talking about eating burgers. That's why I did the burger timer. So.
Yeah, and like I think I finished it as the sprint started.
Well, that's weird because like we both went to black screen, so why it pick that up? I don't know.
It was like, freeze here.
That's just odd.
Thanks. Yes.
Stuck there. Come on, timer.
I mean,
Fix
that tracks
yourself.
with me. Most of the pictures of me from middle school, I'm eating food. Like every time one of my friends would try to take a picture of me, they'd be like, "Where did the food come from?" Because food would just materialize. They're like, "You had no food. Where did it come from?" I don't know.
So yeah, by the time you're done editing, are you talking about like it'll be different number of chapters or like just adding chapters together? I will say, okay, so I've never seen it done this way, but I read and then got the book for my birthday, Prince Harry's book Spare, and his chapters are like, some of them are a half page.
No, that happens.
It's just like he splits his chapter into what happened when, like different little stories, versus like a timeline of this is what happened and then here's the end of the chapter and here's another part of my life. It's very odd, but when you're listening to it on an audiobook, it doesn't seem odd. But like as an author reading the book, like going back and looking at it, it feels very odd because a lot of the stories goes through his life in order, and a lot of times the stories will be at the same place. So I'm like, well, why can't you just say a couple months later or something like that and just keep that chapter going?
No, but I read a book where one of the chapters was like a sentence.
And that's fine, I guess, if you're trying to do it for like levity or like in Twilight where it's like chapter 3, chapter 4, like or October, November, nothing, like it's blank. Like everything you're reading into that blank page is what she was feeling. That's for a purpose. But like, I don't know, I haven't seen that in a while, and so it hit me as strange.
I think that is more common in like biography type things.
I guess
it's more common than you think, because I've read a lot of things that were like that.
See, that's the weird thing.
Sometimes it's really nice to have that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I read a lot of biographies, but like of famous people, like of presidents, of like a certain thing going on. Like
also there's the difference that he wrote his book. So it's broken up in how he remembered it. That would make more sense. Whereas a lot of like most biographies are not autobiographies. So they are another person. That's why they're more. That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, and I guess if I think about it, like most of the biographies I read are like presidents and well-spoken people that, they live their life day to day. It's all kind of blurs together. Whereas like with him, because of everything that was going on, he has purposely Pandora boxed a lot of this stuff. So it comes to him in bits and pieces. Plus, I think it's safe to say he's neurodivergent because he remembers things in like the scenery around him and the weather versus this significant event or these people. So it's really weird seeing that different mindset in a book. But it made sense. But it was just different to see, I guess. I'm so used to like eloquently speaking people writing their books. I don't know. It was refreshing yet odd, I guess. Hi, Sarah. It's fine, the turkey lurk. You're good. Let's see. So Eva is hoping book 2's revisions will be done by March. Just depends on how much you can get to work on it. Yeah, see, I don't know if it'll go long enough to show, but all I've got for this for this desktop is like this little thing so I think I need a bigger one, or at least a newer one. That's the only Wi-Fi like extender I have, or not extender, but antenna. So I could probably use a bigger antenna, better antenna, as well as an extender. But because this is one of those little round pop-up boxes, I would assume it has, but I haven't actually looked to see if it has an actual Ethernet port, because I have a Wi-Fi extender, but I haven't checked to see if that would work yet. So it's issues I gotta solve. Yeah. See, the bricks may change. I don't think I'll be adding much, just little tweaks. Okay. Oh, you already done the developmental edit, so yeah, so you just gotta like change words and things and stuff. Yeah. No, I didn't hate it. It was just odd. I hadn't seen that in a biography, or any book in a while. I don't know how you could do this, CB. They refused to fix it, and you went that long without internet while paying for it. My mom is like had to pay for internet for 2 months now. And she's like, it don't even work half the time. Like, I'm not freaking paying this, and y'all keep telling me that I haven't paid, and I know I have. And like showed them her bill where she paid it. They don't have record of it, but she has record of it coming out of her account. Like, she like got the supervisor and was like, just turn it off. I don't even want it. It don't even work when I have it. And they ended up crediting her whole bill. They were like, well, if we can get a technician out there like tomorrow, will you keep the service? And she goes, there better be somebody out here motherfucking tomorrow. Nobody's come out yet. And that was like a week ago. But just getting somebody on the phone is like a bitch. Okay, so you're keeping the chapters kind of small. Yeah. I'm more like this, Megan. I like long chapters or no less than 3,500 words. And I think that's why probably I write my chapters like that. I like to get fully immersed and like not even realize there's a chapter ending before I'm still going. Jesus Christ. I did not know that. That's a lot of pages. I think my shortest chapter is 800 words. It's the only one from that chapter's point of view, so it's a different chapter altogether. Huh. Okay. That's crazy. I don't know. I guess it depends on the book, how immersed I am. But
well, Eva has to take care of the child, pets,
and I guess that's where we
allow herself to get immersed.
Yeah, and I guess that's where we differ, because she'll read despite having all that, whereas I won't read until I have nothing around me. Like, because I want to get immersed, and because it takes me a minute to get immersed, like, I can't enjoy a book if I am having to worry about what's in the background. That creates my anxieties. So, like, daughter was on her date for Valentine's Day the other day. I sat in the car waiting on her and like had nothing around me. We don't have guinea pigs anymore, so I don't have to worry about squeaking and shit being in my ears all the time, or a 5-year-old running around, like, all that. So that's a difference. But yeah, and see, Megan doesn't have anything but the dog, so yeah. I used to get up like an hour early and read before I started writing. That was nice, but yeah. Alan Rickman's Diaries. It was very sad and sweet. I also read Prince Harry's autobiography. It was okay. I read it because I wanted to see what the fuss was about. I've always liked him. Not really like the whole royal thing, but I liked how, despite being royal, he went his own way. And so I wanted to see kind of the behind the scenes of how he felt. and what backlash she got, because I know the news media is never honest about how things go. And you always hear, a source said. Well, name your source or say you're lying. Like, so that's why I got it.
Or say that your source is lying.
Can't validate what the source says, but and a part of it is I like to see the nuances of media and like how things get twisted, because it is a part of the writing world. Like, yeah, they're journalism, but like who tells a good story and is telling the truth versus who is just making shit up based on like the sky is blue, and we'll go with the sky is blue and it's lightning, like clouds and clouds are look like frogs, and just take it and blow it out of proportion. And you can say it's true because one thing was true. Movies are all also the same way, based on a true story, but yet only one part of that, like one sentence of that whole thing is true. So I don't know, that kind of thing intrigued me. They couldn't send an engineer, but they conveniently done so twice between lockdowns, and their excuse was because of COVID. Dude, I'd have turned into a Karen and been like, I'm not paying my internet if I don't have internet. Like, yeah, no. I try to listen to music while I'm reading, and that's how I do two things at one time to like make my brain focus. I don't know. I've never heard that. Your brain doesn't like.
Yeah, some people can't. They don't process audio the same way. Some people have to read, like physically read. There are certain things that I can't do auditorily.
Yeah, because there are some things I can't like I can't do any of our crafting books audible. I can't, because I take notes on them and I'm like listening deeply. I can't process them.
So I actually prefer audiobooks to be nonfiction books.
Really? I'm the exact opposite.
I don't like fiction as audiobooks.
That's
I
crazy.
will if it is a full cast thing.
Yeah.
So like I listened to the first act 1 of the Sandman on Audible, where it was like a full cast one. So like I was able to do that in fiction, but most I'm like, I can't do it. But also I can barely watch. I have to pause or fast forward or rewind TV shows and movies all the time. That's why I don't watch them with other people.
Yeah, same.
Also, I zone out and I can't do one thing at a time, and it just don't work.
Yeah. And I agree. Spare wasn't as controversial. It's just the media with the whole Megan thing and him leaving. Like, if you knew what to listen to and what to look at as it was happening, it wasn't as controversial because you knew what to believe and what didn't. And I understand sources are secret because people won't speak out otherwise. But a lot of times, like I said, it's just somebody says one thing and then they take it and they just blow it out of proportion. And this is what it is. So, and like trusted outlets, everybody has their own opinion of what's trusted. Like Fox, CNN, MSNBC, whatever. Like your trusted source is usually defined by what you believe, whether it be true or not. So, otherwise we wouldn't have Dominion suing Fox right now for all kind. I don't even know what the official term is, but basically defamation of character. So if the CPAP works, Megan will actually get to sleep fewer hours and get actually more sleep. It's amazing. I haven't done it forever, but it's amazing. Right now my back hurts so bad I can't sleep. I'll sleep for 6 hours and I feel like I've slept for 3 and I'm falling asleep at work. But we have no bosses right now, so that's fine. I can fall asleep at work. It's It's not a good thing. I don't know why I'm laughing. I don't need to be falling asleep at work, but we have no bosses, so it's definitely the inmates running the prison here. Oh god. 3 credible sources, in other words, not social media. That's true. But I want to try. They've got some Pure Z's that have vitamin B with them now, and I've lost my vitamin B pills, so I'm thinking about trying that. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah. When I do get sleep, I feel like a new person, so that's true. I didn't know this. New York Times is losing their credibility. ProPublica. I'm going to have to look that one up. If I spot a mistake in a website story, then I check for other sources. If I can't find the story on other sites without errors, I know it's full. That's true. Everybody spins it out, so. Yeah, I like the AP. The AP's pretty good. So Jules zones out when it's just audio.
If I'm working, like when I worked at Meyer in the fashions department, I would have one headphone in and listen to audiobooks. That's how I listened to so many audiobooks for a while. Right. Is because I have to be doing other stuff when I do things. And yeah.
It's weird. It just depends on the audiobook whether I can listen to it and get into it. I think a lot of the crap books I can't get into because I want to write notes on everything. So I want to see it and write the notes like as I go versus having to like write as they're talking. But like it depends on the nonfiction book whether I can listen to it on audio. So far I haven't had a problem reading a fiction book audible. But then I have noticed lately, for whatever reason, that it's harder for me to listen to podcasts. And I don't know why, because like I listen to Audible stuff, like there's no problem with it, but it depends on the person's voice as to whether I like it. First off, but I don't know, like as I'm working, I got to where I just end up tuning it out, and then I don't remember half of what their conversation was about. So I don't know. If the news is making you look over there, always check what they're pointing away from. This is true in just about everything. And it makes sense that the BBC is very pro-royal because
they're literally owned by them.
Yeah, like that's what I'm trying to figure out how to say that. Like they're owned by, their bread and butter is from, like, yeah. And it's yeah. And facts. I mean, you're always gonna hate the person that killed somebody you love. And I thought it was very telling that everybody was like, I watched a documentary on the inquiry that they had, and the police were like, oh, we didn't see any photos of like this and that and that. And then like he tells in his book how his advisor was like, I didn't show you these pictures because these are the ones the media took and they're very graphic of your mother. So obviously even the inquiry didn't get everything right or decided to lie about it. So yeah, yeah. And then like that, yeah, he's cheating the system because he's on disability and he's working out. But guess what? He's got a prosthetic. Like, yeah. So I don't listen to a lot of news and things like that other than the weather. And, you know, I take everything at face value. So it says, oh, so-and-so's doing this. Okay, let me see the proof. And I don't care what anybody else says. Sources, neighbor said, friend said. I just don't care. Because half the time it's either not true, it's taken out of context, or it's that person's opinion. And opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. They all stick. So it just they're losing their credibility because all the ridiculous anti-trans articles. See, I don't listen to the New York Times or read them, so I didn't know that we get the New York Times paper around here anymore. I don't know. Even listening to my own story while editing or client work requires me to read the words as I listen and stop pretty frequently to do something else. So you got squirrel brain. That's basically what you're telling me. There's a author on TikTok that was talking about having squirrel brain, and I was giving her different, like she said she's tried different things, and I was giving her like different things that we've done and tried and things like that to help like give her like a goal, a motivation, because she has squirrel brain. So hopefully I can help her. I couldn't read the book, so I don't know that I'd been able to listen to the audiobook. I'm getting the hiccups.
I've never read or listened to Hunger Games, which is hilarious because my school actually read the Hunger Games in English class, but I was in honors English and we didn't read it. So I was like, ha!
Yeah, I was in honors English, so we always read like the greats. We never read anything new or trending or anything like that.
Sometimes we would, but most of the time we didn't. We read older.
I remember being in honors English in 9th grade and being actually mad that we had to read A Tale of Two Cities while the other classes got to read. I don't even remember what book it was, but it was some book that was like taking off at the time. And this is in like 92. And I remember being so mad that like I had to read this thick ass, it was a great day, it was a bad day, it was bright, it was dark. Like, what the, really? The book is this thick and you get to read a book that?
I think it's probably on this shelf or this shelf, but I have A Tale of Two Cities. We actually bought a copy, like, because our teacher ordered them for us, and then we paid for we gave her like $5 for the books. So that we could own our copies and write in them, because she wanted us to write in them.
Yeah.
Specifically in A Tale of Two Cities because of how convoluted it is.
Yeah. Yeah, our teacher did the same thing, but I immediately threw that book out. Like, fuck this book.
I hated it.
I love classics. I love classics, but I fucking hated that book so bad. Like,
I like classics. I don't like classics.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just some classics I can't
Give me antiquity and I'll take it. I'll take antiquity.
Yeah. I mean, there are just some classics I can't do, like Gulliver's Travels and things like that. They're like in our childhood. But like, give me Odysseus and I'll gobble the fuck out of that. Yeah.
I have 2 copies of the Odyssey. Like, I have a bunch of like the plays from antiquity. Like, look, I got a degree in this. I will read those all day.
I like that. Everybody was working at the grocery store was reading Hunger Games, so I got the audiobook. I showed up all puffy-eyed after someone died in the book on my commute. And one friend was like, "Oh, it only gets worse." And I yelled, "What the fuck did you want me to read this?" She said, "I don't know." Rude, but also, I guess, true, technically. Oh, God. I'm about 50-50, depending on the story. Like, I hate The Christmas Carol. I fucking hate it. I think more so because it's been overdone. But other than that, I will read his stuff, but I don't exactly love it. It's not on my love pile. But, oh, God. That's funny. Oh, I used to listen to Harry Potter audiobooks on my journey to writing group and stuff, and I almost missed my stop a couple times. Yeah, I have multiple copies of Jane Austen. I have the softback, the hardbook. Barnes & Noble were doing these really beautiful covers for books, and I was trying to get like 1 or 2 a paycheck, and I got a pretty good bit. I don't know. But, yeah. I didn't know David Copperfield had a book out. He drives me bonkers. So my daughter had to read Pride and Prejudice for school right before we moved into this house. And she's like, we're reading Pride and Prejudice, so like you're just gonna give me all the answers because you watched the movie like a million times and you have like the book 3 times. Like, I don't need to read this. You can just quote the whole book. I was like, okay, cool. But then she had to cite the pages that she got it from. I was like, I don't know. I just read the book. I don't know the page numbers. That was the funniest thing I've ever done.
David Copperfield is a Dickens novel.
I guess I haven't read that one. Who knew? One I haven't read. Like I said, I know the ones I've read are kind of iffy. See, I didn't read the Penwick Papers, but I liked Little Women. I don't love a lot of classics, to be honest. I love A Christmas Carol, the movie versions, and retellings. Not sure if I've even read the original, but I probably did. Sense and Sensibility was one of the few that I did not like of hers. I like the movies better than the book. But I'm with you. I think it's a Hugh Grant thing. Pride and Prejudice is my favorite, hands down. But there's not one I don't like. I just would prefer not to read Sense and Sensibility. I like Emma. Emma was probably my second favorite. I like discussing the classics as a scholar, but as a reader, dry for me. I can get that. So is the Penwick Papers, but it's never been a movie. Yeah. I to fool myself in 12th grade English. It was British lit. We watched the movie Emma when I saw Ian Gregor, a fangirl school. This is the start of my meal hunters. There are a lot of assigned readings from undergrad English, a little concentration. Yawn.
So I have gone back and read things that I read in school, and I like them more now than I did then because I was forced to read them back then and forced to analyze.
I think that's part of it, is like, even reading them in school, I was always in like honors English. We didn't have like an AP English, so I was always in honors English. And
well, you had to take honors English to get into AP English in your senior year.
Well, it just depends because like Kira's AP classes 10th, 11th, and 12th.
No, AP English is the only one that you could not take it before 12th grade because you had to have the follow-up stuff to get into it.
Yeah.
So that's the only one, but you were allowed to take like AP Chem. You just had to have regular chemistry or honors chem before it because you had to get approved to go into the class.
See, and when I was going
to school, more advanced than you needed the basics first.
But I guess this might be either a state difference or a generational difference. Our teachers recommended us for honors English or honors math or chemistry or whatever. There was no AP anything. You went either honors or dual credit for college. There was no AP. So I was in honors everything because I knew I didn't want to go to college. So there was no point in me getting dual credit. So, but yeah, I think two of my honors teachers in English out of the 4 were also college teachers. And so we dissected things and basically worked like we were in freaking college, and I hated it. But the books were great, but I still hated it. I violently cringe whenever I see Hugh Grant in Love Actually, and I'm thankful they cast Kenneth Branagh as Gilroy Lockett, even though he hurt Emma Thompson. Yeah. I think reading that stuff once a decade was plenty. Oh god. We did West Side Story in the stupid kid class for English because I wasn't in the top class. West Side Story's not a bad story. It's kind of boring to me, but it's not a bad story. I don't remember any required reading in high school. I also got my GED and didn't graduate, but that would have been last century. We didn't do Shakespeare, though I have read A Midsummer Night's Dream because of the book Ballet Shoes. I want to say, I'm going to have to look it up and let you know. But we did A Midsummer Night's Dream, and there was an adaptation movie of it that was cast in like the 80s. It was really grainy and really like weird. But it was so interesting to see like a movie well done as an adaptation, because what we would do was we would dissect the book. That took 6 weeks in itself. And then as like a thing, once we took our test, we would watch the adaptation movie. And I think the weirdest one was A Midsummer Night's Dream. But we did that, and we did. Oh God, my head hurts. Is it Hamlet where he's in love with his family member? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. I think it may be Hamlet.
I kind of erased Shakespeare from my brain.
We did
At least the versions that we read in school, because they're not the good versions.
We did a whole. Yeah, I think it's Hamlet where he's like in love with his aunt or uncle or some shit like that. I don't know. My head hurts too bad to think too hard. Waiting for the Tylenol to kick in. But yeah, we did that. And I remember I hated the movie because it was so stupid and the way it was done. And then like 2 or 3 weeks later, we had to do it in theater. And I was like, not this again. I just got done with it. Freaking no.
Not again.
Yeah. And then I've done freaking Romeo and Juliet and every damn version that's out there, even the Leonardo DiCaprio one. Because we had to watch them all and then tell like the differences in each movie, between each movie or whatever.
I was sick during the majority of the Romeo and Juliet subject. Like, section.
Yeah.
I got really sick I was sick for like a week. And so I missed most of Romeo and Juliet. And yet I passed all the tests and I didn't read it.
I think it's a pretty simple story that everybody's been told, and as long as you know the basics, which pretty much everybody does.
It's also missing a bunch in the school version.
But yeah, but they can't tell a lot of it in the school version.
Yeah. They're missing so many jokes, though.
Yeah, this is true.
There is an entire act that they just be like, no. They can't have that.
Yeah, this is true. I didn't know that there was a complete works of Austen and Shakespeare like that. That would be cool to have.
There's also like a giant book version that's like the complete works of Shakespeare.
I've seen the really big book of it because they had that at Barnes and Noble. And I was like, yeah, I'm not paying $60 for that. I don't care how many books is in it.
That is not how much it was. It was like $16.
Yeah, no, not this one.
Last time I saw it.
Not this one. Well, it was also the one that had, like, I was telling you, they redid all the covers. And so it had, like, this fancy, beautiful, like, old style cover on it, and hardback. And
no, it had the fancy old style cover, and it's like $16.
Not this one. This one was.
It might have been when they first started doing them, though.
I don't know. That's crazy. My cousin is an English teacher, so she had all the movies I watched, literally all of them. That's funny. That kind of reminds me of like the not Madeline, but Matilda.
Matilda.
Yeah. Going to the public library. But you waited till you could ride your bike. She just took a little wagon and walked. It was definitely a teacher that introduced me to recreational reading. Oh my God, I remember. So Wishbone is what got me into classics. I used to babysit for 2 college teachers, college English and science teachers. And when they were moving, they gave me my first copy of the Odyssey because I watched it on Wishbone so much. They had all the Wishbone movies that were classics for their kids, and I watched Tempest, I watched the Odyssey, I watched Homer, I watched all of them. And at the end, they're like, "You've been watching these so much, like they're always set out. We know you're watching them after the kids go to bed. Like, which one do you like the most?" And I was like, "Oh my God, it's so hard to choose." But like, I think the Odyssey. And she just goes over and like pulls the book out and was like, "Here you go." Okay. Best gift ever. I don't even know how much the book cost. It was one of the college books that had like notes and history facts and all that around it.
Nice.
Holy grail. Yeah.
Also, a lot of times, professors get reimbursed when they buy books like that sometimes.
And she probably did. I don't know. But like just the fact
that
she
probably did not pay for that.
Probably not. But I was like, holy grail. Oh my God, thank you. Because like I said, I love history. So on top of it being a classic, it had historical facts about like when it was being written and things like this. And so it was just like 2 for 1 book. Oh my God. She's like, just ignore the stuff at the bottom. Like that's teacher's notes that tell you what to tell the students and things like that. She goes, those are all the things on the side are like notes and stuff. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. She gave you a teacher's edition.
Yeah.
That's even better.
Yeah. But I was just like, oh my God. And I don't know what happened to the book. I legit like had it, I know, for like the next 3 houses because I actually used it for one of my classes. But when we moved to Texas, a lot of my shit disappeared. I think my parents were just like, she doesn't need this anymore. Or just purposely just lost boxes and was like, I don't know. Because I can remember like 8 things that I wanted to keep that I no longer have that disappeared in the move to Texas. But yeah, like I had that book, like that was my pride and joy for freaking ever. And it just suddenly disappeared one day. So mad. Like the best thing ever.
There's 5 minutes left.
We've been talking really to two sprints. But that's cool. Like I'm surprised and happy that all of you guys showed up. I know I said I was going to try to do last Sunday and couldn't. I had like everything set up and plugged up and stuff, but we had no like electric in our bedroom, and so our bed wasn't set up, and it was none of this was set up. I was still getting furniture and everything. So thank you guys for bearing with me. But now that I have an office, I have like over here, I'm gonna have like as soon as I get my wallpaper, a recording area. And then, yeah, there's still things to do every day, but it will be a prettier, better office soon. And I'm gonna start doing videos again. And yeah, so it will be a lot prettier, a lot better. I'm still trying to decide where I want to film, either in front of this guy once I get the other bookshelf to have all my crystals and things and my apothecary stuff, or my art stuff over here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't have a chair yet. I just have this thing. So, but
good news, it's on wheels.
Yeah, right. I don't really want to. I left space right there, so like I could have like a lamp or something to put in the middle. Or I can set my actual studio lights up. I don't know. We'll see. Like I got an L-shaped desk that has a cutout, so I got all my lights and everything. It's just about getting it livable and last week and functional this week. So, yeah. I think I want to kind of do a video every week about like what I'm doing in the house, and I'm gonna give y'all a tour. The next video I make is gonna have like a tour of the house, because the living room is like a country theme. The bedroom really doesn't have a theme so much as like I want plants and nature and like things to kind of go with the bed in the bedroom. The kitchen's kind of transitioning into like just dark everything, because it's got dark wood, dark cabinets, dark appliances. So like all my dishes are red and black. So you know me. And then I don't know. I keep saying I'm gonna set up arts and stuff over here, but I have a whole flex room that's gonna be like sewing and arts and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's slowly gonna transition. So every Sunday you might see something different or move different or whatever. So I'm not used to having everything in separate rooms, so it feels really weird. Like I was in here today and I'm like, I have no TV, I have no this. Like, what am I gonna do for 30 minutes? I guess I'll go eat. So yeah, it definitely will. You will get videos. They will be coming back, and then once I get everything set up, there will be actual writing videos and stuff coming. If I can find my keyboard, then I will probably just give you 2 podcasts in March, since February is almost over, because I still haven't got a chance to edit, fully finish editing Jason's. And then in March is Travis's. So I got to get on the ball. Yep, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't. All my links, probably I didn't do it, but y'all know, y'all been here. All my links are down below. I'm trying to get a newsletter set up, thanks to up what do you call it? Upwork? Not Upwork. Oh my god, the thing that Carrie and Megan do.
Substack?
Huh?
Substack?
Thank you. Jesus, why am I wanting to call it Upwork? Because that's not a newsletter.
You were gonna do something else. I don't know.
It was written on my whiteboard, and I don't have my whiteboard, which is gonna go right here. But, yeah, so I will be getting a newsletter soon, and then that will push me to make me get my cookies done. But yeah, the boyfriend's like, "Yo, you can go work in your office any day. Like, it's fine. I can be in here by myself." And I'm just like, I'm trying to get used to how this whole thing works, me being in the same house all the time. So I don't really know. I feel guilty leaving him.
Him just like guides you there. Just like, here, stay.
Get in your office, that's fucking door, and work. Leave me alone. But I did tell him on Wednesdays that like I'm not cooking dinner because I am streaming. And like today he's working, so I have the house to myself, which feels weird as hell after 2 weeks of having someone there all the time. If anybody has Jules's link and wants to throw it in, because I don't have my YouTube up, and I'm afraid if I do, it will.
How about I just give you the tiny URL
There you go.
for the spreadsheet?
There you go.
Put it in the private chat. I had to close YouTube.
Yeah, because I'm afraid if I pop up YouTube, like it'll all go crazy.
So it's in the private chat.
Okay. Let me throw that up. I don't want to open. I want to copy. Let's see if it'll let me paste since I got rid of the timer.
Hey, I see it in the...
There we go. Yeah, I got rid of the timer, so it works. All right, guys. Yeah, thanks for coming. I've got to get shoes on and go grab the kid. And I will see y'all either Wednesday over on Twitch or next Sunday here. Hopefully, we'll have everybody back. But thank you, Kat, for joining. Frozen screen and all sometimes.
Yeah. I never once had the unstable internet icon. I don't know why StreamYard doesn't like me.
See, and it said I had full internet the whole time, but then like StreamYard would tell me I had bad internet. So I don't know. All right, guys. We will see you guys next time. Till then, happy writing. Bye.